Primary function of an operating system? A. To manage hardware resources. B. To provide a user interface. C. To run applications. D. All of the above. Answer D. All of the above. Which of the following is not a Linux distribution? A. Ubuntu. B. Fedora. C. Windows 10. D. Debian. Answer C. Windows 10. What command is used to list files in a directory in Linux? A. dir. B. ls. C. list. D. files. Answer B. ls. What is the default file system in Windows 10? A. NTFS. B. FAT32. C. Extension 4. D. HFS+. Answer A. NTFS. What is a process in an operating system? A. A program in execution. B. A thread. C. A file. D. A directory. What is a system call? A. A request from a program to the operating system. B. A request from the operating system to a program. C. A request from hardware to the operating system. D. A request from the operating system to hardware. Answer A. A request from a program to the operating system. What is kernel mode? A. A mode where the operating system has full access to hardware. B. A mode where applications run. C. A mode where the operating system is shut down. D. A mode where the operating system is booting. Answer A. A mode where the operating system has full access to hardware. What is virtual memory? A. Memory that is not physical. B. Memory that is used by virtual machines. C. Memory that is used to extend RAM. D. Memory that is used by the operating system. Answer C. Memory that is used to extend RAM. What is a device driver? A. A program that manages hardware devices. B. A program that manages software applications. C. A program that manages networks. D. A program that manages security. Answer A. A program that manages hardware devices. What is the boot process? A. The process of shutting down the computer. B. The process of starting up the computer. C. The process of installing software. D. The process of updating the operating system. Answer B. The process of starting up the computer. Networking. Which layer of the OSI model is responsible for routing? A. Physical. B. Data link. C. Network. D. Transport. Answer C. Network. What is the purpose of the TCP protocol? A. To provide reliable, ordered delivery of data. B. To provide fast, unreliable delivery of data. C. To manage IP addresses. D. To encrypt data. Answer A. To provide reliable, ordered delivery of data. What is a subnet mask used for? A. To identify the network portion of an IP address. B. To identify the host portion of an IP address. C. To encrypt data. D. To manage DNS. Answer A. To identify the network portion of an IP address. Which of the following is not a network topology? A. Star. B. Bus. C. Ring. D. Cloud. Answer D. Cloud. What is the standard for wireless networking?
A. 802,11.
B. 802.3. C. 802.1. D. 802.5. Answer A. 802.11. What is DNS? A. A protocol for managing IP addresses. B. A protocol for managing domain names. C. A protocol for managing email. D. A protocol for managing web pages. Answer B. A protocol for managing domain names. What is DHCP? A. A protocol for assigning IP addresses. B. A protocol for managing domain names. C. A protocol for managing email. D. A protocol for managing web pages. Answer A. A protocol for assigning IP addresses. What is a VPN? A. A virtual private network. B. A virtual public network. C. A virtual personal network. D. A virtual protected network. Answer A. A virtual private network. What is a firewall? A. A hardware device that manages networks. B. A software program that manages security. C. A hardware device that manages security. D. A software program that manages networks. Answer B. A software program that manages security. What is network security? A. Protecting networks from unauthorized access. B. Protecting networks from hardware failure. C. Protecting networks from software failure. D. Protecting networks from power failure. Answer A. Protecting networks from unauthorized access. Hardware. What is the function of the CPU? A. To store data. B. To process instructions. C. To manage peripherals. D. To provide power. Answer B. To process instructions. Which type of RAM is volatile? A. DRAM. B. SRAM. C. Flash. D. ROM. Answer A. DRAM. Explanation: DRAM, dynamic RAM, loses. What is the purpose of a hard drive? A. To store data temporarily. B. To store data permanently. C. To process instructions. D. To manage peripherals. Answer B. To store data permanently. Which port is used for connecting a mouse? A. USB. B. PS2. C. Serial. D. Parallel. Answer A. USB. What is the function of the motherboard? A. To provide power. B. To connect components. C. To store data. D. To process instructions. Answer B. To connect components. What is BIOS? BIOS. A. Basic Input-Output System. B. Basic Instruction Output System. C. Basic Input Operation System. D. Basic Instruction Operation System. Answer A. Basic Input-Output System. What is UEFI? A. Unified Extensible Firmware Interface. B. Unified Extension Firmware Interface. C. Unified Extensible File Interface. D. Unified Extension File Interface. Answer A. Unified Extensible Firmware Interface. What is RAID? A. Redundant Array of Independent Disks. B. Redundant array of inexpensive disks. C. Redundant array of independent drives. D. Redundant array of inexpensive drives. Answer A. Redundant array of independent disks. What is an SSD? A. Solid-state drive. B. Solid-state disk. C. Solid-state device. D. Solid-state data. Answer A. Solid-state drive. What is a GPU? A. Graphics processing unit. B. Graphics processor unit. C. Graphics processing utility. D. Graphics processor utility. Answer A. Graphics processing unit. Software. What is the purpose of an installer? A. To remove software. B. To update software. C. To install software. D. To manage licenses. Answer C. To install software. What is a software license? A. A contract that grants permission to use software. B. A type of software. C. A hardware component. D. A programming language. Answer A. A contract that grants permission to use software. Which of the following is a productivity application? A. Photoshop. B. Microsoft Word. C. AutoCAD. D. Premiere Pro. Answer B. Microsoft Word. What is the first step in troubleshooting software issues? A. Reinstall the software. B. Check for updates. C. Restart the computer. D. Contact support. Answer C. Restart the computer. What is a software patch? A. A new feature. B. A bug fix. C. A license update. D. A hardware driver. What is open source software? A. Software that is free to use. B. Software that is proprietary. C. Software that is developed by a company. D. Software that is developed by the government. Answer A. Software that is free to use. What is proprietary software? A. Software that is free to use. B. Software that is owned by a company. C. Software that is developed by the government. D. Software that is developed by individuals. Answer B. Software that is owned by a company. What is agile software development? A. A methodology that emphasizes flexibility and collaboration. B. A methodology that emphasizes planning and documentation. C. A methodology that emphasizes testing and quality assurance. D. A methodology that emphasizes deployment and maintenance. Answer A. A methodology that emphasizes flexibility and collaboration. What is software testing? A. The process of verifying software functionality. B. The process of developing software. C. The process of deploying software. D. The process of maintaining software. Answer A. The process of verifying software functionality. What is software deployment? A. The process of installing software on a computer. B. The process of developing software. C. The process of testing software. D. The process of maintaining software. Answer A. The process of installing software on a computer. Security. What is malware? A. Software that manages hardware. B. Software that harms computers. C. Software that provides security. D. Software that manages networks. Answer B. Software that harms computers. What is the purpose of a firewall? A. To block unauthorized access. B. To encrypt data. C. To manage passwords. D. To backup data. Answer A. To block unauthorized access. What is encryption? A. Converting data into a secret code. B. Compressing data. C. Backing up data. D. Managing data. Answer A. Converting data into a secret code. What is a strong password? A. A password with at least 8 characters. B. A password with letters, numbers, and symbols. C. A password that is easy to remember. D. A password that is shared with others. Answer B. A password with letters, numbers, and symbols. What is social engineering? A. Hacking into computers. B. Manipulating people to gain access. C. Encrypting data. D. Managing networks. Answer B. Manipulating people to gain access. What is antivirus software? A. Software that detects and removes malware. B. Software that manages networks. C. Software that manages hardware. D. Software that manages applications. Answer A. Software that detects and removes malware. What is an intrusion detection system? A. A system that detects unauthorized access. B. A system that manages networks. C. A system that manages hardware. D. A system that manages applications. Answer A. A system that detects unauthorized access. What is two-factor authentication? A. A method of authentication that uses two factors. B. A method of authentication that uses one factor. C. A method of authentication that uses three factors. D. A method of authentication that uses no factors. Answer A. A method of authentication that uses two factors. What is data backup? A. The process of copying data to another location. B. The process of encrypting data. C. The process of compressing data. D. The process of deleting data. Answer A. The process of copying data to another location. What is disaster recovery? A. The process of recovering from a disaster. B. The process of preventing a disaster. C. The process of managing a disaster. D. The process of ignoring a disaster. Answer A. The process of recovering from a disaster. General IT knowledge. What does CPU stand for? A. Central Processing Unit. B. Computer Processing Unit. C. Central Processor Unit. D. Computer Processor Unit. Answer A. Central Processing Unit. What is cloud computing? A. Storing data on local servers. B. Storing data on remote servers. C. Storing data on USB drives.
D. Storing data on hard drives. Answer B. Storing data on remote servers.
What is virtualization? A. Running multiple operating systems on one computer. B. Running one operating system on multiple computers. C. Managing networks. D. Encrypting data. Answer A. Running multiple operating systems on one computer. What is ITIL? A. A programming language. B. A hardware component. C. A framework for IT service management. D. A type of malware. Answer C. A framework for IT service management. What is an emerging technology? A. A new type of computer. B. A new type of software. C. A new type of hardware. D. A new type of technology that is developing. Answer D. A new type of technology that is developing. What is an IT certification? A. A credential that demonstrates IT skills. B. A type of software. C. A type of hardware. D. A type of network. Answer A. A credential that demonstrates IT skills. What is an IT job role? A. A position in an IT department. B. A type of software. C. A type of hardware. D. A type of network. Answer A. A position in an IT department. What is IT project management? A. The process of managing IT projects. B. The process of developing IT projects. C. The process of testing IT projects. D. The process of deploying IT projects. Answer A. The process of managing IT projects. What is IT ethics? A. The study of ethical issues in IT. B. The study of technical issues in IT. C. The study of legal issues in IT. D. The study of social issues in IT. Answer A. The study of ethical issues in IT. What are IT laws and regulations? A. Laws and regulations that govern IT. B. Laws and regulations that govern software. C. Laws and regulations that govern hardware. D. Laws and regulations that govern networks. Answer A. Laws and regulations that govern IT. Advanced topics. What is the first step in installing an operating system? A. Formatting the hard drive. B. Creating a bootable media. C. Installing applications. D. Configuring the network. Answer B. Creating a bootable media. What is an operating system update? A. A new version of the operating system. B. A patch for the operating system. C. A new application for the operating system. D. A new driver for the operating system. Answer B. A patch for the operating system. What is the first step in troubleshooting an operating system issue? A. Reinstalling the operating system. B. Checking for updates. C. Restarting the computer. D. Contacting support. Answer C. Restarting the computer. What is operating system security? A. Protecting the operating system from unauthorized access. B. Protecting the operating system from hardware failure. C. Protecting the operating system from software failure. D. Protecting the operating system from power failure. Answer A. Protecting the operating system from unauthorized access. What is operating system performance? A. The speed at which the operating system runs. B. The stability of the operating system. C. The security of the operating system. D. The compatibility of the operating system. Answer A. The speed at which the operating system runs. What is network configuration? A. Setting up network devices and settings. B. Troubleshooting network issues. C. Securing the network. D. Monitoring network performance. Answer A. Setting up network devices and settings. What is the first step in troubleshooting a network issue? A. Checking the network cables. B. Checking the network settings. C. Restarting the network devices. D. Contacting the ISP. Answer A. Checking the network cables. What is network performance? A. The speed at which the network runs. B. The stability of the network. C. The security of the network. D. The compatibility of the network. Answer A. The speed at which the network runs. What is a network protocol? A. A set of rules for communication between devices. B. A type of network device. C. A type of network cable. D. A type of network security. Answer A. A set of rules for communication between devices. What is hardware installation? A. Installing hardware components. B. Troubleshooting hardware issues. C. Securing hardware. D. Monitoring hardware performance. Answer A. Installing hardware components. What is the first step in troubleshooting a hardware issue? A. Checking the hardware connections. B. Checking the hardware settings. C. Restarting the computer. D. Contacting the manufacturer. Answer A. Checking the hardware connections. What is hardware security? A. Protecting hardware from unauthorized access. B. Protecting hardware from software failure. C. Protecting hardware from power failure. D. Protecting hardware from theft. Answer D. Protecting hardware from theft. What is software installation? A. Installing software applications. B. Troubleshooting software issues. C. Securing software. D. Monitoring software performance. Answer A. Installing software applications. What is software security? A. Protecting software from unauthorized access. What is a security policy? A. What is D. A type of security network. Answer A. A set of rules for security. A. A potential danger to security. B. A type of security software. C. A type of security hardware. D. A type of security network. Answer A. A potential danger to security. What is an IT trend? A. A current development in IT. B. A type of IT software. C. A type of IT hardware. D. A type of IT network. Answer A. A current development in IT. What is an IT innovation? D. A type of IT network. Answer A. A new idea or invention in IT. What is A. A problem or difficulty in IT. B. A type of IT software. C. A type of IT hardware. D. A type of IT network. Answer A. A problem or difficulty in IT. What is an IT opportunity? A. A chance or possibility in IT. B. A type of IT software. What is the role of a process control block, PCB, in A. To store in A. To store in A. To store A. To store A. To store information about a process. B. To manage hardware resources. C. To provide a user interface. D. To run applications. Answer A. To store information about a process. What is the difference between a process and a thread? A. A process is a program in execution, while a thread is a segment of a process. B. A thread is a program in execution, while a process is a segment of a thread. C. A process is a hardware component, while a thread is a software component. D. A thread is a hardware component, while a process is a software component. Answer A. A process is a program in execution, while a thread is a segment of a process. What is the purpose of the OSI model? A. To provide a standard for network communication. B. To provide a standard for operating system communication. C. To provide a standard for hardware communication. D. To provide a standard for software communication. Answer A. To provide a standard for network communication. What is the difference between TCP and UDP? A. TCP is connection-oriented, while UDP is connectionless. B. UDP is connection-oriented, while TCP is connectionless. C. TCP is faster than UDP. D. UDP is more reliable than TCP. Answer A. TCP is connection-oriented, while UDP is connectionless. What is the purpose of a router? A. To connect multiple networks. B. To connect multiple devices. C. To manage IP addresses. D. To encrypt data. Answer A. To connect multiple networks. What is the difference between RAM and ROM? A. RAM is volatile, while ROM is non-volatile. B. ROM is volatile, while RAM is non-volatile. C. RAM is used for storage, while ROM is used for processing. D. ROM is used for storage, while RAM is used for processing. Answer A. RAM is volatile, while ROM is non-volatile. What is the purpose of a motherboard? A. To connect all hardware components. B. To store data. C. To process instructions. D. To manage peripherals. Answer A. To connect all hardware components. What is the difference between a compiler and an interpreter? A. A compiler translates the entire program at once, while an interpreter translates line by line. B. An interpreter translates the entire program at once, while a compiler translates line by line. C. A compiler is used for hardware, while an interpreter is used for software. D. An interpreter is used for hardware, while a compiler is used for software. Answer A. A compiler translates the entire program at once, while an interpreter translates line by line. What is the purpose of a software license? A. To grant permission to use. D. To grant permission. A. A virus requires user interaction, while a worm does not. B. A worm requires user interaction, while a virus does not. C. A virus is a type of worm. D. A worm is a type of virus. Answer A. A virus requires user interaction, while a worm does not. What is the purpose of a VPN? A. To provide a secure connection over the Internet. B. To provide a fast connection over the Internet. C. To provide a reliable connection over the Internet. D. To provide a public connection over the Internet. Answer A. To provide a secure connection over the Internet. What is the difference between symmetric and asymmetric encryption? A. Symmetric encryption uses one key, while asymmetric encryption uses two keys. B. Asymmetric encryption uses one key, while symmetric encryption uses two keys. C. Symmetric encryption is faster than asymmetric encryption. D. Asymmetric encryption is faster than symmetric encryption. Answer A. Symmetric encryption uses one key, while asymmetric encryption uses two keys. What is the difference between a hub and a switch? A. A hub broadcasts data to all devices, while a switch sends data to specific devices. B. A switch broadcasts data to all devices, while a hub sends data to specific devices. C. A hub is faster than a switch. D. A switch is faster than a hub. Answer A. A hub broadcasts data to all devices, while a switch sends data to specific devices. What is operating system architecture? A. The design and structure of an operating system. B. The hardware components of an operating system. C. The software applications of an operating system. D. The network components of an operating system. Answer A. The design and structure of an operating system. What are operating system services? A. Functions provided by the operating system. B. Hardware components provided by the operating system. C. Software applications provided by the operating system. D. Network components provided by the operating system. Answer A. Functions provided by the operating system. What is network architecture? A. The design and structure of a network. B. The hardware components of a network. C. The software applications of a network. D. The operating system of a network. Answer A. The design and structure of a network. What are network services? A. Functions provided by the network. B. Hardware components provided by the network. C. Software applications provided by the network. D. Operating systems provided by the network. Answer A. Functions provided by the network. What is software maintenance? A. Keeping software up to date. B. Installing software. C. Troubleshooting software. D. Securing software. Answer A. Keeping software up to date. What is hardware maintenance? A. Keeping hardware in good condition. B. Installing hardware. C. Troubleshooting hardware. D. Securing hardware. Answer A. Keeping hardware in good condition. What is an IT career? A. A profession in IT. B. A type of IT software. C. A type of IT hardware. D. A type of IT network. Answer A. A profession in IT.